Hey y'all, what's up? Big Willie here, and welcome back to another episode of our FTB Skies Expert Let's Play. So I know in the last episode I had talked about us hopefully making it to Mars this episode. Well, it's not for a lack of resources, y'all. It's actually just a lack of time. I've had some other real life things going on that have kept me from being able to get everything I need to get done. So I'm just going to take you guys along for the ride today. In this episode, it's going to be a lot of just piddling around. We do need to set up a thermopneumatic processing plant to get our Quicksilver going for the processing of our DESH space plating blocks. And we'll go ahead and gather all the resources we can and get everything together. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so like I said, I haven't had the time to be in the world and letting things run. I did let it run, and I ran myself out of liquid force. And that is a problem because we need that liquid force for making the isnium or whatever it is, this stuff here. That's not a good example because there's none in here to make it, but we've run out, as you can see. We did get a good bit of our DESH space plating made. We need a total of just shy of 10 stacks. And so as you can see, we are almost to 5 stacks, so we're about halfway there. All of the other materials, we have everything we need. We've got to get the platinum made, and the holdup for us is the liquid force. We have all of the other resources, and I can only speed that up so much, or I run out of power, being able to power it properly. So we're going to let it run. I'm going to come by and I can only give it the double tap because otherwise it just drains it. But I'm going to come by every now and then and give it a little 30-second double tap. We'll see if we can get through getting enough platinum plates made to hopefully be able to go to Mars tomorrow. But it is not going to be a today thing. As you can see, I've got some of that there ready to go, and then we can just run over here. Since we need to go over here to set up this this Quicksilver production, and we'll toss an extra stack of this in here in the metallurgic infuser, let it work on turning that into platinum for us. And then, so the thermopneumatic processing plant for our Quicksilver, we're going to need a lot of Quicksilver, not as much as you would think, but we do need a good bit of it for processing the DESH space plating into blocks. So if we come look at our uses, here, it's going to take, so for each pass, it's going to take 1 bucket, and we needed 156 blocks, so we're going to need 156 buckets of Quicksilver. So that is something we do need to get going so that we will have it when the time comes. It is going to need pressure, which we're getting... Let's see, we can make right here, right? Because the thermopneumatic processing plant, so we could toss it into here if we can find somewhere to access it. We've got another one. What temperature does it require? Let's see, what does Quicksilver take? Quicksilver, okay, so Quicksilver takes 727 C or higher. So actually, we should put this over on our setup on the other side. I guess technically we could toss it in here. All right, now with that insulated, we should get our temp up where it needs to be. And then we need to get Cinnabar in here. So, how do I want to do this? Let's just toss down a drawer and toss a bunch of Cinnabar in it, because I don't know how much of this I'm going to need in the super long run. But, right now we got more than enough Cinnabar to just fill up a drawer. Put our drawers back up, grab out 1 more Cinnabar, and then we can... There we go. Now, if we're going to put them in here, take that lagging that we just put on back off, and get a pipe there so that it counts that face as insulated. Let's go... Oh, nope, logistical transporter. There we go. Okay, so now that'll be insulated. Our temperature is definitely high enough. And then we need Cinnabar, and what is the other thing we need in there with it? Oh, we need our mineral resin. Now, our mineral resin's being made... Where is our mineral resin being made? Our mineral resin's being made out there on that island. Well, let's take our crude oil. And then if we were to move our crude oil up here. All right. And then we're going to lose 4 buckets, but that's fine. This has got everything it needs, and it's making it as it goes. Okay, cool. And then this side, if we were to mechanical pipe here, but we're going to need to grab our configurator and tell it none. And then I'm going to need to bucket out this crude oil, I guess, to get it out of there. I mean, I guess I could probably use the gauge dropper. I wonder if it works in pneumaticraft machines. Nope. All right, so we're going to have to bucket it out. Let's bucket it out. Oh, the troubles I get myself in with my, you know, just cram everything in here as tight as you can cram it. Don't play Minecraft like I do, you guys. Take the time to make space for your stuff. Or don't. I mean, you can just play just like me. It's mostly fun until you find yourself bucketing crude oil out and with nowhere to put it, just so you can hook up a machine next to another machine. All right, that was probably way more difficult than it should have been, but we have all of that out. Let's go grab our cinnabar from the spaceport. Or not cinnabar, our mineral resin. There you go. Words, Wooly, words. Okay, so we've been making this mineral resin not knowing what we needed it for, but just to have it, and now we know what we need it for. So if it turns out we need this process, we'll do like we do with everything else. We'll slap an ender tank over there, and we will just pipe it where we need it. Let's grab our configurator, which I think I accidentally put in the backpack instead of the gauge dropper. We can toss all that back in there. And then we can also put this in our backpack, and then you go in number 3 and you go in number 4. And there's our quicksilver. And there's our cinnabar. And then if we take a peek in here, it ought to start making us some quicksilver. There we have it. Well, that's quite interesting that that is going down. We got pressure going to it. No problems, all our faces are insulated, but the temperature is dropping as we make our quicksilver. Huh. Well, let's hope that's enough to keep it up. If not, we'll have to put a blaze burner under here and get that going. But that gets the quicksilver going that we need. So there is that. Now, what else were we doing? Oh, I had been making a bunch more of the space plating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that should be all the stacks we're gonna need. I set up a shulker box here and just put in the right number of stacks so we'd have it. Now we need to get all this run through the assembly line and convert it into space plating, and we will have all of the space plating we need for our dash blocks. So that is yet another preparation step there. This is the kind of stuff I just haven't had the time to do off camera, so I hope you guys don't mind an episode of me just doing this kind of stuff. It may come in a little short, and it may not be for everybody, but for those of you that watch, I appreciate you, because this is what a lot of the modded Minecraft stuff is. This is the time you're going to spend in your world when you play through the game too. Platinum, so we'll get that stack smashed up into platinum plates. And then let's just come check on our liquid force production. Give it another little double tap. Pow, pow. All right, let's see. Is there anything I can cover with you guys that is not related to us just working on rocket parts? So progression-wise, our next one's Mars. That's kind of locked down. Powering up. Next one's netherite magnets, which are gated behind Mars because of what? Which one was it? The resonant ether, I think? No, maybe not. Ether gas with a dimensional shard and a thermopneumatic processing plant gives us resonant ether. That's actually something we could do. What does it require for temperature? Greater than 1726 degrees Celsius. Holy cow. So that's like a blaze burner with like liquid fuel and a straw. We can definitely do that. Is that all we need? I feel like there was something in here. Osmium plate, blizz powder. Where are we getting that from? An ice shard on a blazing bee. Oh, well, I don't even need to summon one of these because I got ice shards and I got blazing bees. What do you pollinate on? You flower on angry ice. What? Any ice or any chipped ice? Looks like it's just potentially any ice. So, heck, don't we have like 2 things of blaze bees? Yeah, we've got like 4 blazing bees in there. Oh, we have like 2 whole full hives of blazing bees. So let's do this. Let's convert these blazing bees into BizzBee's right now. I got blue ice. I wonder if they will... let's see. Uses. Frosty bee. Flowering. Yep. So they can pollinate on the blue ice. Cool. All right. So if we just take this one and I grab out some beehives or sturdy bee cages. All right. The sun is coming up. So if I grab these ice shards, and maybe if I hold like one of these flowers in my offhand, and then we put this bee down. Yep. There's 2. 3. 4. 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! And then put the flower back down. Yeah, that worked out great. Oh, hey, no, you get back in here. All right, so now and then there we have it. So that should get us the blizz stuff we need coming in for that, for the next stuff there. What was that? I've lost it. What were we working on? Oh, we need the blizz powder for our next tier of magnet to get our power up. So we should be able to get blizz powder from the blizz cubes, and we can get the blizz cubes from the BizzBee things, right? Or one of the others. I can get the powder from the bees. BizzBee, let's see. Blizz, and then, yeah, there we go, BizzBee. And then your uses are BizzBee comb, and that spins into the blizz powder. Exactly what we need. Cool. So once we can see some of those powders coming in, we'll do like we do with the others. We'll add those to our filter, and that will get us going towards our next tier of power. All right, so I noticed that our combs were starting to back up. So what I did to free that up was I made another fabrication matrix, and I just, like everything else, I just stuffed it in here. There's no planning. Stick it off the same pipe so that it can get fed the filtered combs, taking items out of the top, tying into the same line going to the inner chest, and tie it into the fluid thing so that it could suck the honey into the fluid drawer over here so that we don't ever back up on honey. So yeah, just added it in. Now the last piece of it's going to be, we're going to have this blizz powder just backing up in there if we don't go give it a drawer. So it needs a place to go. It's on autogen, but we're going to need a lot of this for processing because it's what, 4 of these per, it was saying in the quantum assembler. So it's 4 Blizz powder per magnet. And right now we have 5 sets of magnet with 12 each. So we have 60 magnets. So yeah, we need several stacks of this stuff. I don't know what else it's used for, but let's find a drawer. Yeah, you can go in there with Fluix. So that seems like a good one. Yeah, it'll hold 16K in there with Fluix. So that both of those are BizzBee's products. So that's probably a good idea to have those there. Alrighty. You can see I have my packing tape so that I can move my chest back. Alright, so there we have it. I had to toss a tank on the front. It does look like it's going to maintain temperature just above where we need it to for processing that cinnabar into Quicksilver. So, yeah, there we have that. I was looking at our magnet, and there is a curious thing that I missed. So, to get our resonant ether, we need 1726 C or greater. And the only heat source I see in the game that's capable of getting there is superheated sodium, which means we have to get into mechanism reactors to get there, I would think. So we're going to have to build that fission reactor that they've been talking about for a while. Good news is that I did make us some giant brine setups and stuff that use water. Where are they? Over here. So I don't know if I've talked about these, but I literally just brought our water in to our thermo evaporation plant thing, and it's got us backed up on brine and backed up on liquid lithium. You know, it's not a whole lot, but it's definitely a start, and the infrastructure is here to hold, to process what we need. So figured to show you all that. I may have already showed it to you in another video. If I have, I'm sorry about that. Let's go check and see how our liquid force is coming along. 66 buckets. All right, well, that's good enough. You can back up in the fluid drawer while this is processing. So we'll let this turn into more of that stuff. Let's go grab our platinum plates. Did I have any more of that? Or nope, but I did have some in the... I think I had some processing over here. Right? Yep, 23 more. All right, so platinum plate upstairs, and we should be able to toss this in there. And that'll get us another whole stack of space plating. Gonna need some more of the coal. Man, setting up all these enrichment chambers and stuff to be able to just come over here and toss resources in when I need to. Super awesome. I need to toss some more diamonds in next time I think about it. Go through a lot of diamonds doing the platinum and whatnot, but you know, we still have plenty in here. We're 46 still in there, another 64 there. And, you know, we'll toss in some more the next time we're within range of our storage. I'll grab some out. Oh, wrong button. Yep, there we go. All right, can we reach our storage from here? And then we needed diamonds, right? Let's just put, I don't know. That looks like good. We'll just toss all this in here, and then that way, you know, when we need to process some more stuff, we've got diamond waiting on us. Would like to get all this tied in. I think I need to play with some AE2 and linking these islands up. I think that's in the short list of stuff to do. But yeah, that will get us there. And then as those finish, that'll fill in. Sweet. Let's go toss these into the Smasher Doohickey multi-servo press. Alrighty, y'all. Couple changes I had to make to things as I was working along. We were using a vortex tube down here, but it was keeping our pressure too low for the assembly line to be able to make our space plating. So grabbed a blaze burner with a straw, piped in the diesel that was already back there, the force infused diesel, for it to run on, and it runs, and now our Quicksilver is being made, and our assembly line and pressure chamber can continue to make us anything we may need, while it's also making our, Quicksilver and our force infused oil. So just shuffled things around a bit, but that will definitely work better and utilize everything we have already set up over here. So we're almost there on our materials, but quite frankly, it's about 11:30 at night, and I'm still just working on it. So I think that we are going to have to just make this an episode of us working on getting everything together, because I kind of just only got so many hours in the day. And see, we're back out of platinum again. How close are we, though? Let's see. How much did we get to? So we need just under 10 stacks, and we are 7 1/4 stacks there. And it's just processing resources, y'all. It's just the time in the game, sitting here, running the machines, shuffling stuff around, getting everything where it needs to be. And it's just going to take us a minute. So I hope that you were able to get something out of today's episode. I do feel like it may not be the best episode, but it is what we had to do to get to where we need to get to. And I didn't want to leave you guys hanging thinking, oh, Big Wooly just forgot about us. I didn't forget about you. I'm working on it. It just, it takes me some time. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.